Usopp just lied again. He said he broke the arrows with telekinesis. Yeah, telekinesis. And if you know One Piece, you know that's bad news, because every single lie Usopp tells eventually becomes reality. So what if this time it's not a joke? What if that telekinesis is actually his Conqueror's Haki awakening? And right when that happens, boom, another bomb drops. Gunko, yeah. This chapter, it changes everything. Welcome to Super Synth D Studio, where One Piece spoilers hit different. If you live for wild theories and hype breakdowns, smash that like button, drop a comment, give me that hype, and don't forget to subscribe. Alright, let's dive in. One Piece. Chapter 1173 is titled Generation of Warriors. And yep, we also got another classic Oda cover request. This time it's hilarious. Usopp is trying to catch beetles by literally smearing honey on the tip of his nose as bait. Meanwhile, Chopper is hiding behind a tree, staring at the honey, licking his lips like he's about to commit a crime. Yeah, typical Straw Hat chaos. Now the chapter picks up exactly where the last one ended. Hadruden, Stanson, and Zoro immediately rush toward the giants who are being controlled by Domi Reversi. And then, boom, we get this epic double-page spread. The Domi Reversi giants, including Dorry and Brogy, are straight up destroying the west village of Elbaf. Houses crushed, everything wrecked, and their target is crystal clear. They're going for Jarul's life. Jarul screams at them, trying to wake Dorry and Brogy up, but it's useless. They've completely lost their minds. They're not themselves anymore. Behind the giants, Hadruden starts wondering, what exactly is Zoro planning? But before Zoro even explains anything, he casually asks Hadruden one thing. Mind if I cut them down? Cold. Straight to the point. Hadruden hesitates. Because these giants, they're still members of the giant warrior pirates. They're comrades, Stanson answers instead. Right now, their #1 priority is protecting Lord Jarul's life. But still, these demon giants trying to kill him, they're warriors worthy of respect. So Stanson tells Zoro, please, don't hurt them more than necessary. Then suddenly, the Domi Reversi giants notice Hadruden and Stanson. Hadruden immediately shouts, don't get surrounded, stay out of the middle. Because if they get trapped, it's over. Game finished. The giants start mocking Hadruden. They laugh at him. They ask, so, have you united the giant race yet? They straight up clown him, calling his dream impossible. Hadruden and Stanson turn to Zoro. Now's the time. Do it. And Zoro moves. He jumps off Hadruden's shoulder and launches himself straight toward the giants. Hadruden yells, oh, I see. You're jumping over their heads so you don't get trapped in the middle. Digagaga, that's smart. Stanson, we flank them from both sides. Got it, Hadruden. Zoro keeps hopping from head to head like a maniac, parkour style, using the giants themselves as platforms. That way, he can't get surrounded, and he won't get caught by Domi Reversi. Big brain swordsman energy. Then he reaches the center. Zoro jumps even higher into the air and unleashes his attack. Santoryu Ogi, Rokudo no Tsuji, 3-sword-style secret technique, crossing the 6 paths. Boom! The Domi Reversi giants scream in pain as Zoro's blades tear through them. Stanson shouts, just what I expected from you, Roronoa. But then, Dorry and Brogy finally notice Zoro, and they immediately prepare to strike him at the same time. Both giants, both weapons raised, coming straight down. Zoro realizes something fast. If he attacks now, he won't make it. Worse, he'll end up stuck between them and get infected by Domi Reversi too. That's game over. So instead, he does something crazy. Using his swords, he launches himself away, just like when he fought King in Onigashima. Aerial escape. Clean. But Dorry and Brogy already swung. Full force. No stopping. And they accidentally slash each other. The scene mirrors their clash back in Little Garden. But this time, it's not just weapons colliding. Their attacks actually slice into their own bodies. Zoro freezes. Jarul freezes. Even the other giants panic and scream, because they just watched Dorry and Brogy cut each other down. Alright, now the scene shifts. And this part, yeah, it gets personal, real personal. We cut to Brook. Turns out, he's still pinned down, tied up by Gunko's arrows. Man's literally crawling on the ground, dragging himself forward, inch by inch, until he finally reaches Gunko. You can feel the desperation. Then Brook calls her by a different name, Princess Shuri, because he believes Gunko must be related to Princess Shuri. After all, if Gunko really is Shuri, she should already be around 80 years old by now. So something doesn't add up. Not at all. Brook's voice suddenly turns angry. Not calm, not joking, not skeleton comedy mode. Pure rage. He shouts, "That face, blue hair, those two different colored eyes, and your connection to the Holy Land, and don't forget how much you loved my music." Yeah, everything matches, right? Princess Shuri! Then his voice cracks even harder. "I never wanted to remember you at all. You, father killer, the man whose life you took. He was my savior, the person I owed everything to." The moment Gunko hears Brook's voice, she freezes. For just a second, her consciousness comes back, like she's waking up from a nightmare. But Imu? Nah, Imu is not letting that slide. No way. Ugh! Gunko groans. Then Imu speaks through her. Cold, calm, terrifying. "Gunko, you don't tell Mu that you're starting to remember something." Gunko struggles, fighting for control. Then she screams, "Run, Brook!" And in that instant, Gunko actually frees Brook and releases the straw hats from all her arrows. She saves them. But before anything else can happen, Imu forcefully takes control again, and Gunko immediately turns around and attacks Brook. So now the big question is, who exactly is Gunko? At this point, it's pretty obvious. She is Princess Shuri, the same Shuri Brook once knew, because think about it. Gunko has never aged, not even a little. She already appeared during the God Valley incident 38 years ago, back when she was still a member of God's Sword. But here's the crazy part. She looks exactly the same. Zero aging. Meanwhile, Garling and Summers, they look completely different now compared to back then. Older, worn, changed. But Gunko, frozen in time. And that's not all. We even saw the same figure 58 years ago, during the moment when Rox D. Zebek snuck into the flower room in chapter 1155. Remember that scene? There was a servant standing beside Imu, and that servant had two different colored eyes. Heterochromia, just like Gunko. So yeah, was that person also Gunko? Because it sure looks like it. Brook said Princess Shuri should be around 80 years old today, which means 58 years ago, when Zebek infiltrated Mary Joaz, Gunko, aka Shuri, would have been 22 years old. And guess what? That age perfectly matches the way Gunko looks right now. So there's only one logical conclusion. Gunko didn't just survive all these years, she didn't just stay young by luck. Nah, this is something else. Gunko must have received a special covenant from Imu. The same kind of unnatural existence, the same immortality type blessing. Just like the Gorosei, she doesn't age, she doesn't change. She's basically stuck outside the flow of time itself. And that realization? Yeah, that makes her connection to Imu way scarier than we thought. Not just a soldier, not just a subordinate, but someone personally chosen by Imu. And now Brook is facing the girl he once knew, trapped inside the body of his enemy. Man, Oda really said, "Here, take some emotional damage." Alright, now the scene cuts back to Nami's group. And the vibe? Pure chaos. But also kind of funny. Usopp suddenly jumps up and shouts, "Alright, we're free!" Guess that was my telekinesis kicking in. Bro really said telekinesis, like he's Professor X or something. Jinbei, Usopp, and Nami finally break free from Gunko's arrows. But Robin, she's still trapped. Still surrounded by Summer's thorn vines. Those things aren't playing around. Usopp seriously believes they escaped because of his powers. And now this man is out here trying to attack one of the flying MMA monsters with imaginary telekinesis. Yeah, classic Usopp moment. Never change, King. Jinbei looks confused and says, "The bindings loosened for a moment." What just happened? Nami quickly adds, Robin's situation is different. We have to do something. But Robin calmly replies, I'll be fine. More importantly, please save the children first, Nami. Even tied up, she's still thinking about others. That's Robin for you. Jinbei then says, the West Village is quite far. Even Ange, who was running at full speed earlier, probably won't make it in time. So yeah, time is not on their side. Then suddenly, a very familiar voice echoes across the battlefield. Nami, Swan! Yep, Sanji. You don't even need to see him. You just know. Nami immediately recognizes that scream. But funny enough, Sanji himself isn't actually shown in this chapter. Man really entered the scene through pure voice acting, legend behavior. But here's something interesting. Something low-key important. Usopp just lied again. He claimed the arrows came off because of his telekinesis. And you know what that means? Because with Usopp, his lies, they always become reality later. Always. Now think about this. One of the known ways to weaken or cancel devil fruit abilities is through an overwhelming burst of Haki. Usually, Conqueror's Haki, just like when Shanks neutralized Admiral Green Bull's devil fruit power in Wano, or when Joy Boy's massive Conqueror's Haki explosion weakened Imu and the Gorosei on Egghead. So here's the big question. Is Oda foreshadowing something? Is Usopp actually going to awaken Conqueror's Haki? Because if that happens, in Elbaf, the land he admires the most, bro, that would be Inns. Absolute cinema. Now the scene shifts again to the giant children. They finally reach Summers, and the ship waiting to kidnap them. Their parents, Ripley and the other giants, manage to catch up, but they get blocked by MMA Nika, that nightmare creature, standing right in their way. Still, they don't back down. Because they're warriors too. They're part of the generation of warriors. So they charge together, all of them, straight at MMA Nika. No fear, no hesitation. But their attacks do nothing, 0 damage. MMA Nika tanks everything, and then counterattacks the parents instead. Yeah, bad situation. Real bad. Nearby, Gerd, Goldberg, and Road. See what's happening. They're close, but not close enough. Even if they sprint full speed, they won't make it in time. So they make a quick decision. Long-range attack. Right now. No hesitation. Gerd and Goldberg take the exact same attacking stance. The same one used by Dorry and Brogy. You already know what that means. Big damage incoming, Gerd shouts. Let's do this, Goldberg. Got it, Goldberg replies. 2 generals. Then suddenly, Road jumps in. Wait, I'm joining too. We'll save you right now. My beloved brother. Then all 3 scream together. 3 generals. Gokoku's sovereignty, roaring nation, and boom, they combine their power, launching one absolutely epic attack. The blast tears straight through MMA Nika's body. Clean hit, no mercy. Final page. MMA Nika gets blown backward, flying straight towards Summers. But Summers calmly swings his spiked club and smacks the monster away like trash, except, plot twist, MMA Nika crashes directly onto the ship. The same ship meant to kidnap the children. And it sinks. Destroyed. Gone. Summers' face? Pure shock. Oh crap! It fell on the ship. Yeah bro, mission failed. And that's where the chapter ends. No break next week. We're rolling straight into the next one. No mercy, no pauses, just straight heat. So yeah, chapter 1173 didn't just give us action. It gave us lore bombs, heartbreak, and some insane foreshadowing. Gunko might be Princess Shuri, chosen by Imu, cursed with immortality. Brook, forced to fight someone from his past. Zoro, slicing through giants like it's nothing. And Usopp, man might actually awaken Conqueror's Haki in the one place he admires most, Elbaf. If that happens, I'm telling you right now, the internet is gonna explode. Absolute cinema. So if you enjoyed this breakdown, smash that like button, drop your theories in the comments, and type hype if you think Usopp is getting Conqueror's Haki next. And don't forget to subscribe to Super Synth D Studio, because when the next spoilers drop, you already know. We're covering it first. See you in the next one.